Prince Charles gets political as he meets Ukrainian refugees. We're lucky to have you. Prince Charles praised support services at a church in London today while speaking with Ukrainian refugees. The Prince of Wales visited the Holy Trinity Brompton's organisation in London to learn more about the work they are doing to support refugees and asylum seekers at St. Luke's Church. He met with refugees and expressed his sympathy for the utter misery so many Ukrainians have faced in the ongoing situation. The HTB set up the refugee response last September in order to help those who had fled Afghanistan following the Taliban takeover. The initiative saw dozens of volunteers donate toys, clothing and other essential items, as well as helping connect people with local authorities. While visiting the center, the Prince told those in attendance, "I know so many of you already have qualifications, training in your own countries. We have enormous skill shortages in this country where so much of what you could be of enormous benefit to it. So we are very lucky 3CJP to have you and your skills and all you can bring." Of Putin's invasion attempt, Charles said, "For me it is an immeasurable tragedy that so much death and destruction exists around the world, leading to utter misery for so many people who have to leave their countries like you have." He also told them, "We are very lucky to have you and your skills." The heir to the throne met Ukrainian Andriy Kopylash and his daughter Veronika Kopylash, who escaped Ukraine, during his visit. Veronika had been living in Kyiv, but after being persuaded by her father, had caught a flight to Italy the night before Russia's invasion. Praising the work of the Church, and those who seek to help refugees around the world, the royal said he had the greatest admiration for the people and volunteers who are making such a difference to the lives of refugees. The 73-year-old told those at the service, "I pray you have been welcomed and the fact that you have found some accommodation," before adding, "There are people here to help you learn English, to find your way through the inevitable difficulties that there are." Speaking about the war, he said it seemed even more insane for issues like war to be happening, when we have a global emergency at the same time of mammoth proportions to tackle climate change, biodiversity loss. He said humanity should be collaborating together to work together to solve these immense problems we have created for the world around us. As well as meeting Ukrainians at the service, Prince Charles also met refugees from Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran and Yemen. Last week, Prince Charles visited the Ukrainian Catholic Cathedral in London. The Prince told how he and his wife Camilla had been moved by all they had heard on their visit and above all by the extraordinary bravery, generosity and fortitude of the Ukrainian community in the face of such truly terrible aggression. The Duke and Duchess of Cornwall were joined by representatives from humanitarian organizations he is connected with, as well as the Ukrainian ambassador Vadim Pristeko, and his wife Inna. It comes as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visited the Ukrainian Cultural Centre in London, learning more about how the UK is stepping up to help the waves of Ukrainian citizens fleeing the country. The royal couple met with Ukrainian volunteers on their visit today. Both William and Kate wore emblems of the Ukrainian flag on their outfits in solidarity with the country. During their visit, they discussed the committee's Ukraine humanitarian appeal, which has raised as much as £120 million for those working in Ukraine. Thank you for watching our videos. Subscribe to our channel to get notifications when we post newest videos. Thank you and goodbye.